A very humble 23-year-old Clark Atlanta University student took to the stage on May 18th to accept his diploma. It was a very proud moment for Willis Cooks, but the journey was never easy for him. He grew up in Los Angeles, California, and was in foster care until he was adopted.
I was adopted at the age of 10 years old, between the ages of 10 and 11. I vividly remember the whole adoption process, going to court, talking with the judges and the lawyers.
Cook said everything was great until the age of 16, when his adoptive mother suffered a stroke.
I feel like I seen her pass away. Going around looking for a house that day, and at this house, my brother had a stroke. We called the ambulance as soon as we arrived, but the ambulance did not come for another 25, 30 minutes.
To this day, Cooks can't explain the feeling of seeing his mother in that condition.
It was so surreal that I was just in shock. So with that, I didn't like seeing my mother like this. I didn't like seeing my mother like that.
That's when Cook's life went in a different direction.
So one of the things I did, I just distanced myself from the whole situation. I never spoke about my mother, never seen my mother. I never engaged in any conversations about my mother. I just completely dismissed that whole situation, what was going on. 16 years old, mother passed, went through that process. Then I went homeless, slept house to house. I didn't have any income.
To make a living, he says he started selling drugs and got involved with gangs.
Started getting more into that life, starting being around my friends a lot, starting getting involved in a lot of things that I shouldn't have gotten involved in.
Cooks credits his friends and brother for keeping him from turning down the wrong path. Eventually, he enrolled in a 2-year college after graduating high school.
Began to see myself get stagnant. A lot of people within Los Angeles, a lot of people within California get stuck where they at. Get stuck in the projects, get stuck in the neighborhood, get stuck on the same block. It becomes a mental jail.
He knew he didn't want that type of life.
I knew that there was something on the other side. I need to go see what was on the other side.
He packed his 2 suitcases that he has been living out of since the age of 16 and headed for Georgia. Cook started working as an extra on films and shows being shot in the Atlanta area.
Didn't know anybody out here, came right here on my own.
He was able to pay for his first semester's tuition with the help of his brother.
A lot of people in LA walk around the city with a chip on their shoulder. So you don't want help from anybody. You want to be able to understand, be able to live with that mindset of, I got this, I don't need any help from anybody. So when I came out here, I had that mindset. It took some time for me to get out of it, but once I gotten out of that mindset, things started taking off. I really appreciated the help, and I was more open to the help that I was able to get. So once that happened, then things just started looking better.
Cooks admits his life has had struggles, but when times are hard, he reminds himself that someone else's struggles are bigger than his.
Then not only within my neighborhood, but around my state, the country, the world, I understood that the things that I'm going through are this small compared to the things that a person up the block may be going through.
The 23-year-old hopes he can use his life experience to make changes in the world.
I want to impact people in a way that they're going to be able to change other people.
His next step is to pursue his master's in social work and business.
After that, I want to be a director of a residential treatment facility.
He wants to help other children who may be going through the adoption process.
I want to be able to be a director of something like that, to thoroughly help a child.
He would also love to open his own private school back in Los Angeles.
I want to teach some of the things that should be taught that aren't taught. Right. Also, there are a lot of things within history that we need to learn in high school. We don't need to wait until college to figure out what those things are.
As for his biological parents, he would like to meet them in the future when the time is right.
At this moment, this current moment right now, I'm not looking for them. I would like to meet them. I mean, to get a greater sense of who I am.